Hi there, Mattias. Let's take a look at what you've written today. Okay, the first one is about weddings. Let's see what you said. The issue of spending an extensive amount of money on weddings has grown drastically in the last decade. This essay will discuss both the positive and negative impacts of organizing expensive wedding celebrations. On the one hand, there is ample evidence that weddings with higher budgets are more attractive and can offer more entertainment. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, a more elaborate menu can be offered to the guests. Secondly, the organizing party can invest in more festive decorations and visuals. It should be acknowledged that in most cultures, traditionally wedding events are a display of wealth and well-being. For example, in Indian weddings, it is common to wear as much gold as possible. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that investing a lot of money in weddings improves the image of the organizing families. But does this outweigh the setbacks? Okay. On the other hand, although there is a case okay, fine, that spending a lot of money on a marriage, not a marriage, it's the wedding. The marriage is what happens after all the wedding fun is over. So, spending a lot of money on a wedding impresses the guests. The extra pressure that this causes on the couple by the families cannot be overstated. This is largely because the two families involved request their expectations to be met while hosting these festivities. It is not to be neglected that these close family members feel entitled to co-organize since they financially contributed to the cause. For example, recent studies show that 60% of weddings, parents of marrying couples have their final say about the guest list. Thus, it is possible to state beyond doubt that the pressure coming with the financial support from family has significant negative effects on the lovebirds. Okay. To conclude from the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that the intense pressure caused by families investing lots of money into wedding celebrations outweigh the benefit of impressing the guests, and therefore my preference goes to less costly weddings. Looking at the future, there is a trend of couples spending less money on their marriage. Okay, so your grammar was good, your vocabulary was good. There were just a couple of little areas that were kind of awkward. I'll see if I can find them again. Where was it? There was something in this paragraph that I was like, oh, it's awkward, and I wanted to remember to tell you what it was. But before I get to that, I want to talk a little bit about this paragraph. So here you said that weddings with higher budgets are more attractive and can offer more entertainment. Okay? And then at the end, you said that investing a lot of money in weddings improves the image of the organizing families. To me, these are not the same two things, okay? So I kind of felt that you should have had a rephrasing of this as your topic sentence. In other words, this should have been rephrased to be more synonymous with this idea, because that actually was more kind of associated and connected to what the actual development of the paragraph was. Let's see. Now, as far as the second paragraph is concerned here, you essentially gave me one drawback. You gave me one disadvantage, and that was that all this spending of money creates a lot of pressure on the couple. The problem with that is that it wants to know the benefits and the disadvantages. And as far as I could tell, you really only analyzed one disadvantage. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say here that you kind of talked about a couple of different advantages here. You talked about weddings being more attractive, offering more to the guests, and you also said that this improves the image of the families organizing the wedding. Okay, so there I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that you gave me more than one benefit. Here it felt like you were really only analyzing one, that all this money spent creates pressure and tension within the family. So I'm wondering if maybe you could have come up with something different, something separate, in order to give another drawback here. Okay? Other than that, it's fine. Most of the language was good. I still couldn't find that area. It was this one little section that I thought was awkward. I'm definitely not a big fan of the word lovebirds here. It's a little too colloquial and it doesn't sound very academic. So I would have changed that. Okay, I think I found it. The extra pressure that this causes on the couple. That felt to me a little awkward. It should be the extra pressure this creates for the couple. That is more accurate there. All right, so the rest of it is fine. It's a good essay overall. Let's take a look at your task 1. Okay. The two pie charts display the popularity of different school subjects in New South Wales in the years 2014 and 17. In both years, physics, math, biology, and geography were amongst the most taken subjects. Okay. All right, fine. In 2014, physics, mathematics, and geography were on top with 19.4. What's going on with your commas? These should be connected, so there shouldn't be a space between your comma and your number. Okay, then in contrast, chemistry, IT, and history received the least interest with approximately only 1% of picks for each subject. 13.4% of students chose biology, get rid of this, and 8.7% selected PE. Fine. I'm glad that you mentioned all of them. All right, and I even like the way you did it. You started with the top, then you talked about the least, you lumped them together, and then you talked about the ones that were in the middle. So that was a good organization. When comparing these 2014 statistics with 2017, it is noticeable that biology and history grew in popularity. Biology saw a growth of 10.7% and history even more with 18.2%. In contrast, a decline was seen for mathematics, geography, and PE and chemistry, whereas IT's popularity did not undergo any changes. In 2017, it was remarkable that there was no student interest. I would have gotten rid of the S apostrophe at all in chemistry. Okay, I actually really like this answer. I like how you did it. I liked how you organized it. It was clear. It read very easily. I could visualize the information. You didn't leave anything out. So this, as far as I'm concerned, is a successful task 1. Okay, good job. Go ahead now and correct these essays, return them back corrected, add to your error correction list, and let's see what you write for us the next time. Okay, I'm waiting for it, so good luck.